Metals gold ratio, this is the same as we've seen last month, that the metal, we've got this departure between the 10-year Treasury yield, which has been up there, maybe dropping now, and we've seen the metals to gold ratio drop as the gold prices crept up so significantly while commodities have remained. Or metal commodities have remained pretty static, and in fact it's dropping now. So I think these lines are going to start converging now. What do you think?
Well, the biggest question on this list is really gold. So metals we know are going to go down, or likely to go down. Interest rates are going to go down. But what we don't know is what's going to happen to gold. So will gold become a reserve, the place to go because you're worried about the future, has gold gotten out past its skis?
Yeah, gold has declined a little bit in recent days, not reached 3,200 that I projected it would reach.
Right. And my general feeling, my sense, my gut is that gold is past its skis and it's going to need to retract significantly, but we'll see. That's only a gut.
That's what this chart would say, right?
Yes.
I think this chart thinks that the yields are going to fall and the metals to gold ratio is going to rise, right?
Right.
And then Kathy makes a really interesting point. She says, treasuries, China's no longer buying treasuries, but perhaps stable coins backed by treasuries will provide a source of demand, and that way the US dollar will remain somewhat of a reserve currency. Right now, the dollar is as much a reserve currency as it's ever been.
Right.
Do you think the dollar is going to strengthen significantly now?
Well, the dollar, your normal analysis would say that if you're increasing your tariffs, that would strengthen the dollar.
That's my question.
Right. But if your yields go down, then that would usually work against the dollar. So those are going in opposite directions. So it's a little hard to see where that turns out. Now, I can't imagine that most of the rest of the world isn't going to lower their interest rates in concert with the lowered interest rates in the United States. So it may be that that's a wash.
Interesting. Be very interesting to see. I mean, the fact that is that the dollar is so strong because America has allowed all these countries to raise tariff barriers, and they haven't. And so I think that's what's held the dollar up so high in a way.
Larry, the thing that's I talk about the complexity. The complexity of the international trade situation is way beyond. It's so hard to think about all of it at once. So if you have an economy which is importing a lot of products from other countries because they actually can make it cheaper because of labor, because of better automation, or just they have the raw materials or whatever it is. If you're doing that, if you're actually taking advantage of the fact that it's possible to buy it cheaper someplace else, that's good for your productivity in your country. That increases the wealth of your country being able to buy it cheaper overseas. So this has helped. It's not that the other countries, I hate the idea. One of the things I also hate is this constant drumbeat that these countries have been screwing us over the years. The United States has done this on purpose. As a manufacturer, manufacturers have done this on purpose because it made sense for their bottom line. It was a good thing for America. It was a good thing for the manufacturer. It was a good thing for the importer. Everybody won. What wasn't good was hollowing out the middle class, hollowing out the manufacturing capacity of the United States, in particular in strategic goods.
But this is the Ricardian principle of, a relative advantage. I mean,
right, exactly.
But what this has done is generated huge amounts of dollars in the hands of foreigners, which reinvested back in the United States. Right. All of those flows, all of these relative advantages are going to, there's suddenly a barrier against them. The question is, how does this normalize?
Right.
So that's a big question.
Yep.
We don't know.
If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look, or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.